Welcome to Kerbal Space Program version 1.22. This is a new game for my stream. I've done Kerbal Space Program before, but a long time ago now. So I'm going to be a bit rusty. I'm going to be a little bit rubbish as well. So do give me comments and things to tell me where I'm going wrong and what I could do a little bit better. But this is, as I say, version 1.22, which is the current latest version. I know there's another one out probably soon, probably just as soon as I start this one, but we'll go with that. Mods. Only mods I've got is Kerbal Engineer, which is kind of like the is vanilla still, you could call. I've got science here and now, so I don't have to keep thinking about whether I've got science or not. I can just grab it when it's there. And I've also got, I haven't added it in yet, but I'm going to put Kerbal Alarm Clock for later on, for when I have like transfer windows and things like that. But if there's any other mods that you think I really need, not necessarily to add to the game, but just to make little things easy that are but not to play the game for me, but just to make like the signs, instead of having to keep clicking on something to see whether I'm in a new biome or not. That thing tells me you're in a new biome, there's signs available, do it. So anyway, that's that. We're going to go with a career mode. I'm just going to call this YouTube. Everything else default as far as I can think of. I don't think there's any point adjusting anything else. Yep, we've got that. So this is obviously the main screen. I'm sure you've seen it all before, but if you haven't, these are the different buildings: vehicle assembly bay, your science bay, your tracking station, and your mission control, and your obviously launch pad. They're the only ones that you're going to be paying a great deal of attention to at this time. This is where we get the contracts. Contracts pay you money, they give you science, and they give you prestige. That's how much money we've got, that's how much prestige we got, and that's how much science we got. We'll come on to the science later, but we're in a brand new space program, and the first thing they're going to ask us to do is just to gather some data, some scientific data. And to do that, they're going to give us some scientific knowledge, a bit of prestige, and a little bit of money. So gather scientific data from Kerbin. We can do that. Launch our first vessel. Don't need to do any more apart from get it off the launch pad or the runway. And they're going to give us some money for it. And we'll take that. And now we're at our maximum contracts. Can't do any more than that until we upgrade. Vehicle assembly bay. This is where we will build our first ships. And these are the different categories. Not very much so far. What was that one? A bit of basic fins. That's about it, really. Always got to start with some sort of control point, and for this one, it's going to be capsule. We're not going to do a great deal with this one, to be honest with you. We're just going to stick mystery goo on the side, and there's a capsule, and that's about it, really. Can't see any point doing anything else. Make sure we got a crew member in there. Jebediah, you'll do. Off we go. So we're not even going to leave the ground. All we are going to do is just test out some of the stuff while we're on our launch pad. So this science here and now tells me that currently, with the current situation, I can do a crew report, an EVA report while landed at Kerbin's launch pad, and a mystery goo observation. This icon here pops up that and lets me actually do them. So I can just click there and do it and take it, or I can right click and do it the old fashioned way and then click crew report, and that's 1.5 science. We'll take that. Mystery goo, we'll use that on this time. That gives us 3. We'll take that. You notice if I review this data, it gives us 3. There's going to be some more available at another stage, so it'll get a second look will give us more, and we can transmit that. If we transmit that, we will get 1.3 of that 3, which represents 42%. Not entirely sure why it's less data. I guess that's you're just telling them what you've seen rather than actually bringing it back. I'm not entirely sure whether that is then lost data or you can then re-observe again and resend. But we'll keep that, so we're not going to go anywhere. Next thing, we've got Jebediah here. We're just going to EVA him, which takes him out here. And we click there and do EVA report. That gives us 2.4. Again, we'll keep that. Little trick here, we can, if we take all the data and then we store all the data, we can then do more crew reports. B will board the ship. So in theory, we could do more crew reports. We've already got that data anyway. We'll take that, and it will get dumped anyway because it's we've already got it. Spacebar will drop him down, and let's walk away from the craft a little bit. And we'll do an EVA report here, which I think we've already got. It still counts, isn't it? Walking around, just using the as key. Spacebar jumps. R gets your rocket pack going, and your thrust. There's too much gravity. It is just not going to do anything around here. Over here, press F to climb, and then you can climb up the little ladder we got there, and B to board. Yeah, because we've already got that experiment, we will dump it. And that's all we're going to do on this first mission. We will recover that data. We'll recover that vessel. You can see that all the science we got 6.9 in total. We got all the parts back, so everything we spent, we've just got it all straight back again. And Jebediah's actually gained 1 XP for that. Down here, tell us a bit about some world's first. So we received first EVA test at home, got some money and some prestige, and performed our first experiments, money and prestige. Next one was actually for the contract to gather scientific data, 6,400 credits, a bit of science and a bit of prestige, and then gather scientific data from Kerbal, money, science and prestige. So, well, one was a contract and one was a world's first, as it were. This is the actual contract, yes. So that means we've got another spare thing. So escape the atmosphere, we'll grab that one. Bunch of money, 32,000. We've just got to get above 70,000 meters. They're going to give us 11,200 to start with and 20,800 on completion. We'll accept. Not quite ready to orbit Kerbal just yet. We've got 8.9 science. Let's see whether we can spend some of that. It's going to take 5 of it to get the swivel engine, the solid rocket booster, and a fuel tank. Another 5 to get a thermometer, communitron, a stack decoupler, and another communitron. I'm going to go with this one because it gives us ability to communicate, ability to stage, and ability to get more science. So we grab that. 3.9, not enough to grab that one. But again, if we jump back in here, we grab our old trusty capsule. So we're going to go again. Exactly the same scenario. Difference is we're not going to have Jebediah this time. Let's have Bill this time. Same thing. No difference whatsoever. Because now we can do a temperature scan. Another 2.4. And we can observe that mystery goo again. And that mystery goo will give us 0.7. So we're eking our way out of it. I don't know whether getting him out, doing a little wander around. Don't think there's any point getting an EVA report. Nope, 0 science. Grab and board and recover that vessel once again. Again, 3.1 science for that. All of our money back, and Bill's gained some XP. Now, with that extra 7, that gives us more than 5, which means we can grab these rockets anyway. We'll go ahead and do that. Didn't complete any contracts or anything, so now we're actually going to have to leave the ground. Just going to take that thermometer and we're going to put that on the back. We're going to grab that mystery goo. We're going to press X to give us a symmetry. We're going to take 2 of these with us now. We are going to make sure we're going to be able to come back by putting a parachute on it. And then we'll just stick one of these little rockets here. Now this is the Kerbal Engineer. This gives us thrust to weight ratio of 7.69, which is far too much. We would blow ourselves up. 2 is even more than enough. Delta V of 861. We're going to take Alt and click. Lets you grab another one of the thing that you've selected. So let's just add 3 thermometers. But we're on symmetry, so if you press shift and then X, as you can see that goes backwards into just 1. Reposition those, and now that's clear again. Excellent. Crew. Bill, you're done. Val, you could be the first to actually leave the ground. I think that's about it. Let's add these. Let's have 3 of those. Press X to get 3, just to make sure that they it flies true and straight. I don't worry about not worried about the extra loss of delta V. We don't want to go even as high as this can go anyway. So we'll click that icon there, which is the move tool, and select that tool. And now I get these arrows here. I can move them around a bit more. In this case, I'm just going to move it just down a bit. I want the resistance, as it were, to be as low down on the craft as possible. And I think that's it. Next thing, check your staging. We want the rocket to go before the parachute. Always useful, that. We'll call it, we'll just call it 1. Totally unimaginative. If you want any crafts named after you, let me know, and I will name a craft after you. Put something in the comments. Be interesting just to see what you think of the channel and the particular play style, if you could. Anyway, mystery goo. We could do a mystery goo for about another 0.2, but we're going to save that mystery goo for when we're in flight. If I press the T, you get the SAS, which is your stability assisted systems, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, makes it go in the right direction. We're going to press spacebar, and we're going to fire that rocket. Now we can't turn that rocket off. We're going to grab a crew report. We're going to grab a temperature scan, and we're going to observe a mystery goo, but we're not going to do an EVA report. We're now going to turn towards the 90 degrees, which means we are going to turn eastwardly, and we're going to start heading ourselves out over Kerbal Shores. That'll do very nicely. Don't want to get too much altitude. Engine cutoff. We can do another temperature scan and a mystery goo over Kerbal's water. It's not going to gain us a great deal, I don't think, from that, because I think we've already got well flights. It's just while flying, you see, so we'll reset that one. Parachute, we can let it go, so we're going to press the space bar now to let that go. We're going to turn the SAS off. Now all the resistance is coming out the back, mostly from the parachute. We are flying at 3,000 meters up and heading directly down. Pretty soon that parachute is going to grab the air and expand, and that's around about 500 meters up, so we've got a bit of a way to fall. Not worried. Here it comes. 500 meters up, there we go. Valentina is now coasting down. A little bit of a spin, just away from there into the water. That'll be a nice landing. While we're waiting for her to land, let's have a look at some of the worlds first. So we've launched our first vessel. couple of speed records, a couple of land distance records. We did over 10k, nice going. So a bit of money each time. It's a good earner, this is. Launched our first vessel, yep, so we got that one. And the contract of launch your first vessel is all done. This one here gives you how much fuel you got left. Solid rocket fuel, gone. Mono propellant, could have got rid of all that, don't need that. And our electrical charge, which gets used up every time we try to move. Or use SAS and stuff like that. Still got a fair amount left. There we go. So now we can do another temperature scan. And we'll do our mystery goo that we looked to do from the waters. The goo escapes into the water. So there's still a bit of room for a few more in the future. Again, we'll keep that. Notice it says we can do a crew report for 2, but there isn't the option to do it. It's because we've already got a crew report in here. If we hit EVA and we go take data, store data, then that'll take it out there. But as we're here, we'll just grab an EVA report, splash down at Kerbal water, another 3.2. Grab that, press B to board. We can do another crew report now because we took it out the craft and put it back in again. It goes in a different storage locker. Hit that, another 2, and we'll save that. I think that's about all we need to do. I think we've got all the science that we can, and we'll just recover that vessel. This time we won't get the full amount of money back. We will only get back stuff that has been recovered. In terms of we've used up fuel, and we can't get that fuel back. So that's it done. Science, 31.9 science gain. That's given us up to 51 in total now. What with the other contracts and such like done. Parts, as I said, we got a little bit back. Not all of it, but but the vast majority, because we were only 10 kilometers away from the Kerbal Space Center, which gave us a value of 97.5%. That's full value less transportation and recovery costs. Valentina gained her XP. Thank you very much. Well, we got a message. Our world's first. What's this? You accomplished our first space program. Have attracted contributions from numerous organisations, and we have a splashdown into the ocean, earning 4,800 credits and a prestige. And we have recovered our first crew from a mission. That's a bit of money. Excellent. Thank you for that. Now the contracts are getting a bit more interesting. We've now got a number of other contracts here. We've got one space for only one to go. Various other ones. We're going to go through these in a little bit more detail, have a look what ones are available and what we can do with them. Plus the fact we now got 51 science to spend, and the next stage is 20, so we can get 2 of these, either more rockets, solid rockets and fuel tanks, a bit more aerodynamic control, or more science, as well as better parachutes, storage locker, heat shields. That one's a no-brainer. We'll have that one. This one would be 18. I like the better winglets. I like them a lot. Plus we got the ability for radial decouplers, and these solid rocket boosters are very, very useful. But I'm gonna go with the radial decouplers, I think. I mean, we don't need much more to get that one. Anyway, in the next episode, we are going to have a look at the contracts a bit more. We're going to see about what we can do about maybe doing some more space programming. Thank you very much indeed for watching. A like would be really useful, as this is a new game that I'm doing on the channel, a new series on the channel, and a comment to just say hello, if nothing else, would be great to see. So thank you very much indeed for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.